we get going, we're gonna have Matt try again to get rid of his critical injury.
Oh,
I mean,
Okay.
Oh right, I keep.
that is a thing, is it not? Yes.
I was gonna say he's been stuck with that for a while, hasn't he?
no, he just failed to get rid of it last time.
Oh.
He's only rolled once and failed, and that was
It's like a
mostly
once a
bad
week
luck.
thing kind of deal, yeah.
So 5 greens against 1 purple.
5 greens, 1 purple. Alright, and then we switch to this so we can see it, and...
Oh, nice.
Wait,
Wait,
5
did he roll?
greens, 1 purple.
Oh yeah, I don't think. There he goes.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, thank.
Hey, you rolled it on the stream.
Oh, I rolled it on the stream, but still, yeah.
Yeah. I'll obviously know that's you if that happens.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if I
it's-
happen to be in
yeah.
the LBS, and I'm like, oh, really quick.
Like, I mean, it was just incredibly bad luck that you didn't get rid of it last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I forgot
Because-
what did he roll last time?
He failed, or I think
I think it like rolled 2 against me, and I rolled 1 against it, and the rest were blank.
He rolled a bunch of what's the word? Thing that's good but not a success. Advantage. He rolled a bunch of advantage, which doesn't. The only thing rolling advantage does in that is if you succeeded, you can recover more than 1 injury at the same time. But he didn't succeed, so the advantage doesn't do anything in that situation.
Right.
The advantage literally screwed me.
I forget.
Yeah, 'cause-
Oh, go ahead.
You're also less likely to get a success on a green die than you are on a yellow, but that's that's just the case of not having the more powerful dice anyhow.
Just to remind myself, we're on the ship, right?
Yes, you're on the
Last I
ship.
recall.
Yeah. Recap from last time. You guys have what the hell's the droid's name?
Roger 1. No.
No, the protocol droid that you guys had to save.
Shit.
His name was his name was everyone calls him E3, but he's IT3PO.
Yeah, I3. I prefer that.
Oh yeah, his his IT3. That's what his nickname is IT3. And
Just call him T3.
you're on the way to Cholgana, and I'm just gonna straight up say this. I'm gonna skip some of the stuff that's in the adventure because I don't care about the space travel shit. I don't care about those. I don't care about those rules at all. I don't care about making you roll and figure out see how long
I remember
it
where
takes
we
you
left off now.
because you're supposed to roll and see how long it takes you to reach the planet, to find the planet, and it's like
Don't we just have a map?
for one thing, if you fail, I don't even know what to do to extend the stuff anyhow. So it's like
We either end up at a space station or another planet, and we have to start looking for information. That would be my only assumption.
well, like I'm gonna everybody's here and we're ready to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of a rundown on how what happens is, and the reason is you have the coordinates to find the place, but when you get here and you come out of hyperspace, you can't see anything because there's like gas in the atmosphere that messes with your sensors, and I will say that obviously. This does actually happen, and it takes a while for Nathan and Roger to recalibrate the systems so that you can figure out where the hell you're going. And then there's like a thick cloud of dust that's just kind of hanging in the air near the planet. So it does take you a little while to find it, but you find it. And I'm not going to go through the game.
I was gonna say we should go through some sort of sonar thing, but then again, if it's all dust, then yeah, it's gonna fuck with you in sonar. So
yeah, so it's like there's obstacles outside of the planet that make it take longer for you to get there, but I'm not going through the gameplay portion of that because I don't know how to make it interesting.
Okay.
I'm just gonna admit that I
don't know how to make it anything other than a slow episode of Star Trek.
I think there's a way you could make it interesting, but I would not. I do not blame you one bit for wanting to skip that.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, my way of GMing this has never been to focus on the space part, unless you're having a space battle.
Space battle,
Mhm.
which
That's Star Wars.
No, to be fair, with Star Wars, all I care about is the space battle or what's going on planet. So any of the travel stuff, I don't blame you.
This is my fantasy sci-fi. Let me do some shooting up shit.
Because the thing is, there's supposed to be hours or days in between travel from one place to the next, but you don't see that in anything. You just go time to enter hyperspace. Okay, we're there. They never show you the travel. They don't do that.
And then
which is why that's the other thing is like they don't even show that in the movies. How am I supposed to make it interesting if they don't even show it in the movies?
They did show it in the movies, and it was not that interesting for most part.
that's okay.
You'll
see some of the on-ship conversations.
Yeah, it mostly focuses on it focuses
it.
on the actual on-ship characters, and it's more better. But yeah,
I was gonna say on-ship stuff is interesting because you learn about characters. I probably would say that's not interesting.
But focusing on them just traveling is like
none of it is actually good character development.
By any chance, is any of the family members we rescued with us, like, is Crow with his uncle or anything?
No, they're not with you. They're
Crow was left behind the last base we were at. I believe.
They're back on Dorn Station because his uncle Chaka is still recovering from his injuries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And we still haven't found the
Yeah, and Low Rick, helped you on your last mission, but he just kind of did that as a favor. He's not gonna be there every single time you guys need help.
Yeah,
just because
obviously it helps us out one more time just as a thank you back, and then goes to his own thing. And don't blame him; he's free.
Oh, the one thing we got to do: everybody roll one white die because we got to determine the destiny pool.
Okie dokie.
Even though we're not going to use.
Oh, come on! That's 3 black.
Yes.
That's 3 black dot dies for me in a row.
Okay, so even Steven so far.
Woo.
Okay.
I'm still calling bullshit.
I'll roll for Roger, even though he's staying on the ship.
Of course.
That didn't happen. Roger couldn't find his dice.
No take backs.
No, you don't say that to the GM. The GM's word is law.
I will tell the GM what I want.
He's already
only if you give him a burger hat.
Okay.
But GM is.
You got 3 light side, 1, 2 dark side. I don't know if the dark side ones are even gonna matter.
Just because I'm a Trandoshan doesn't mean I have to keep rolling dark sides, damn it.
Just because you're a
racist
Trandoshan
dice
doesn't mean you have to eat people.
But they're so tasty and crunchy. It tastes good with ketchup.
Oh wait, how's the foot?
Shola backs away slowly as he says that.
I don't consider you human, Shola, so you're fine.
Wait,
and I don't count Beard because he's a clone.
Clones have a weird clone aftertaste.
Nathan, however, if he catches me on a bad day,
liver, spleen, so many organs.
Hey Nathan, are those food stocks prepared?
Yeah.
Good.
Anyhow,
how's the foot?
Let's get things moving. So after you arrive, you bring yourself down closer to the planet's surface, and you're trying to use the ship's sensors to detect anything. And after a while, you detect a large hunk of metal down in the swamp below.
I'm staying on one of the guns, by the way, just in case something jumps on the ship.
Like it does. It's too small to be the actual main ship you're looking for, but it looks around the size of like a single man vehicle.
Could be maybe a escape pod.
You can't really tell without landing and checking it.
Would this be like small size or large size?
Like it's smaller than your ship, but it's bigger, quite a bit bigger than like a speeder.
Mm-hmm.
You say anything?
Oh yeah, then there's nothing you can do about that.
Ask Gro if he sees anything moving.
You guys can't. It's down in a swamp. There's not like a lot you can do without going
Everything though
checking.
is moving. The water's moving. The trees are moving.
Yeah.
There's reptilian birds moving.
I didn't ask for the freaking dictionary. It just said if you saw anything moving.
The whole planet.
I mean, and there are.
I'm just thinking about the irony that Chilla went shopping last session for clothes for hot jungle weather, and we're in a swamp.
I mean, either way, you could still find clues, even if it's not the.
It's still technically warm jungle swamp nastiness.
Right.
Right. So Chilla's gonna move around her new outfit and get muck all over her boots.
You're gonna land to check it.
That was basically what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I was going to basically hop on the intercom and go, Mundus, stay on the guns. I'm bringing us down slowly. And try and land like close to, but not in the swamp.
Yeah, you find like a patch of land where some trees are growing near the actual area, and obviously I have an image of the planet and what
I can see it.
It's like terrain looks like. Okay, so how many? Everybody's gonna get out, right? Or
yeah.
Okay, you land.
Yeah.
Roger's just staying at the ship to keep an eye on things.
Time to Professor Xavier. This shit
And actually, before as everybody's leaving, he kind of Roger tries to stop Beard for a second.
Okay. Yes, Roger one.
He says, "Well, I'm probably going to be guarding the ship most of the time, so you probably get more use out of these than I will." And he hands you like a bandolier with 5 frag grenades on it.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Someone bought the grenades.
I take them and I put the bandolier on.
I mean, he's a sapper, so he usually uses a lot of explosives. So he stocked up and figured he might as well give them to the guy that's actually leaving the ship.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be more careful around the ship. Can't just make everything go boom boom.
All right, so
Not this hover chair is swamp proof.
okay, let's see. Who's got the highest perception score?
I think we've got
I-
to this
I
like
think
3 of
I
us are
think
tied.
We got through that before. More or less what he said.
That's right. What was it like? Mundus and Grower tied? Is that what it was?
Yeah, more or less. I forgot to open my character sheet.
Actually, I think Grow raised his recently.
Did I?
Yeah,
I'm still at 1. So
yeah, Grow has two
Okay.
perceptions. So you raised it because you realized nobody else had it very high. I think.
It's like, okay, this is just repeating every time. Let's fix this.
Yeah, my perception's a 2.
Okay, so
it's just Grow and Nathan now tied.
no, everybody's getting out, but except for Roger. But Grow or Matt make 2 yellow against 2 purple.
Yeah, it's 2 yellow against 2 purple. All right. Let me switch this all over here. And
I just realized I think I accidentally closed the dice rollers.
roll.
Well, you can just you gotta say it so you can just like.
Ugh.
there we go. Back.
Luckily, that roll wasn't that important, but
Good job. Your rookie has never failed you.
okay. Well,
I smell bacon.
I say that sarcastically.
I find I make everyone something nice.
okay. So you guys actually have to go down like a little bit of a slope from where you are to get to the spot where this thing is. So everybody's gonna have to make a athletics check.
Okay, which
All right.
Yeah, by the way,
Second.
as we're making the athletics check, pulling out the gun because I'm half expecting something to pop out and need to be
Okay,
shot in the face.
so what
So,
do we
okay,
roll?
the difficulty for everybody is going to be 3 purple.
3 purple.
Trying to see if Grow has, will be using 5 green because he doesn't have a point in athletics, but he does have 5 brawn. Beard is 1 yellow and 2 green.
I'm 2 green, 3 purple.
Yeah.
That's 3 purple.
Yeah, Nathan's 2 green against 3 purple.
Woo.
Mundus is 1 yellow,
Oh my
2
God.
green against 3 purple. And Shola, actually, you already figured yours out, didn't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
2
Nathan, you
green.
succeeded.
Oh,
You
nice!
succeeded. Munda succeeded big
You gotta
time.
be kidding
Shola
me.
just fell right into the
Shola.
water.
I don't like
So,
to
yeah.
see. I like to see. I did a fucking hover chair.
Yeah, so Shola, Shola loses her footing and then ends up like scraping herself on like a tree on her way down.
I go to help her up.
She gets up.
Yeah, and you did take 1 damage from that. I already.
Oh.
Wow. Oof.
Oh, I got a boo boo.
Okay. That's a nasty scrape. Gonna be okay.
Oh, I'll live.
Okay, so
Oh,
You
you
get
already
to-
did it. Yeah.
you get to the object. You see a rusted metal hulk half buried in the swamp. It's relatively large, about 5 meters above the surface of a small pond. The object is draped with reddish thorny vines, but you can just make out the faded words 34 Besh peeling from the metal to the left of a gaping opening. Dozens of thumb-sized green-bodied flying insects buzz around the opening. It takes you a moment to realize the round hole is actually the wide-open hatch of a tiny ship or large escape pod. You suddenly notice the door itself stands half submerged in the water, where it fell directly, where it's directly below the opening. Okay.
Crow, can you help pull and I help open the door? Yes. No.
The
when
door is
this
open. The door is open, but
I thought it was half submerged.
no. The door is open, but there's water going into it, basically.
Actually, that would be interesting. Let's
But
try
let
that.
me check
can I-
something real quick.
Can I try to use my new ability, Force Move, to move the water out of the pod?
I did not plan for something like that.
Come on.
Well, the thing is,
Come
it would just go back in. You'd have to try and move the whole pod itself, which is too heavy. So let me check something real quick. What is this?
I was gonna say you gotta always keep a force user in mind because they're gonna do things you're probably not expecting.
I did get Force Move last time, didn't I? Yeah, I believe I did.
I forgot I still had some experience from last
Oh yeah.
2 weeks ago and didn't do anything with it. Crap.
Okay, girl, make another perception check. 2 yellows against 2 purple.
2 yellows against 2 purple. Go.
Ooh.
Okay,
Hey.
as the group's getting closer to the pod, you're looking at it and you see the bugs around it. You realize there's probably a swarm inside the thing.
Well, that's gonna be nice.
If there's a swarm of bugs in there, does that mean something else might be in there?
Not
Or like
likely.
something
Not
bad, or
not likely, because if something else was in there, it probably would scare the bugs away.
well, I mean, like something's getting eaten up in there.
How submerged is this pod? Like, could we walk into it, or
It's like around knee deep for you.
Oh, yeah.
So for some of the taller people, that it's not that deep. Let's see here.
Well, it's not deep for Mundus at all because he's in a floating chair.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna keep me above ground or surface to extent.
Let's have girl make one more perception check against 3 purple.
You're just making him do all the work.
That's because he's got the best stat for this.
I thought Nathan had 3 perception.
I have 2 perception.
He's exactly the same as I am.
Be the exact. Well, I'll let both of them try to make the roll then. 2 yellow against 3 purple.
Okay,
Yeah.
2 yellow, 3 purple. Gotcha.
I like the picture. Everyone's just wet and miserable in the swamp while Mundus is just going in his floating chair going.
At that moment, Gro's eyes just completely fail on him.
So
And all of a sudden, Grow just goes cross-eyed. I totally see things.
As Gro's distracted by the insects he's noticed, Nathan does notice that there's around the area there seem to be some skeletal limbs and random blasters just scattered about.
Interesting.
Any good blasters?
As well as no, they're all damaged. They're pretty
Well,
messed
if Nathan notices it and warns us, I immediately point and go, I freaking knew it.
There's
that's not foreboding.
There's a few areas that are you can see some really old blood stains, and there's an old picked clean skeleton of some kind of clawed razor-toothed quadruped half submerged nearby. Skull of the creature shows clear blaster damage.
Mm-hmm. Which means that somebody might have still gotten out of here. Just everyone else was really unlucky. Depends.
Let's just hope we don't meet one of those things.
So the question is,
if you're talking about the quadrupeds, I'm pretty sure they are known for being here. We were warned about them.
Could you stop breaking the fourth wall?
We were warned about them in game.
You didn't have to say it out loud. It's called role playing.
Well,
But again, we were in game, in character. We were told about them.
The next few?
the next one, yes.
They say
I guess you can blame Ozzie for that, or I don't know.
No, I mean
You
because
knew this.
This is the creature's planet of origin. So
We've stated this multiple times.
anyhow, the question is if anyone wants to try searching the inside of the pod, knowing that there's insects in there.
That's what I'm contemplating. Well, no, Sheila's always been curious of going to places like this to search for relics and knowledge, so I don't think she would mind going into the pod, because this is something she's probably used to at this point. Just all sorts of crazy stuff, entering, looking for stuff. So I guess she'll go in and look for information on what happened here on the pod.
Okay. As pretty much as soon as you get into the pod a little bit, the bugs kind of start flying around you and nipping at you.
I eat them.
It's just not gonna work that way.
This is tongue just comes out and just grabs the bugs. It's like best day ever.
Yeah, you get in, you're trying to look around as quickly as you can while this is going on, and
I can't help if I'm a lizard. I like my bugs.
Mundus grabs one out of the thin air, hands it over to somebody. Ooh, juicy one. Here.
And while Shola is inside searching, Nathan is examining it from the outside and realizes that this is definitely an escape pod. Shola is searching the thing, and you can see that one of the human passengers clearly never made it out. You see their crushed remains sitting in the last seat in the pod. The computer, you can see the computer systems are heavily corroded.
I would imagine it in this damp air.
They might be able to be removed and utilized, but require someone that actually has some mechanics know-how.
She just goes, "Oh, Nathan."
Yeah, I get that Grinch smile going. Like, yeah, time. It's a mechanic's job. All right, so what do I wait? What am I doing and what am I rolling?
Well, if you're gonna go in and
all the bugs get off Shola and they start swarming all around Nathan.
Well, actually, that's the thing you've just from searching you've taken like 1 damage from the bugs just picking at you constantly.
Ew,
So you realize that you probably shouldn't both stay in there while doing this after you explain to him what you want him to do.
I grabbed one that was still off of Shola. Crunchy.
You're not inside the pod with her.
Now who's breaking the game?
Okay, so Nathan, you need to make a hard mechanics check, which is 3 purples. You got so you'll have 3 yellows and 1 green against 3 purples.
Wait, 3 yellows, 3 greens. 3
No. 3 yellows and 1 green against 3 purple.
Okay, 3 yellow, 1 green, 3 purple. Got it.
3, 1, 3.
Yeah, 3, 1, 3. Got it. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you successfully removed the flight log, the flight recorder information, and quickly get out of the pod as quickly as possible, as the bugs have been nipping at you as well.
Mundus, I got some chewies for you.
Oh wait.
Every once in a while, you just see Grout going.
I'm gonna use force move because I can move small objects. So I move all the bugs from off of me and enemy and slowly enter them into Mundus's mouth.
I can only take so many. Here,
Well,
put them in this bag. I just rarely have.
Snacks.
I call it my midnight snack bag.
I like to think on the bag.
Are you actually doing this?
Yes.
Okay, Mundus has to make a resilience check
Oh man,
because he just ate a bunch of poison insects.
Oh, great.
Oh no!
I want to see this.
Oh
Yeah.
1 yellow and 2 green against 2 purple.
So what? So one
1
two,
yellow,
2.
2 green, 2 purple.
I heard. Ah.
You don't take any.
I
You don't
deserve
take
that.
any damage, but you become disoriented and lose consciousness in your chair.
I just
enough.
slowly push the chair through the swamp until he wakes up.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, that was a mouthful of it.
So,
It secretly in the forest, Mundus somehow manages to slap Grow in the back of the head.
Touch this.
so Nathan realizes that the main thing he needs to try and do is to remove the memory core so that he can view it on your
Data
on
pad.
chip computers instead of on this horribly corroded piece of machinery.
So back to the ship and walking up the
Oh.
slope.
Well, he could technically remove it here, but
Well, I'd rather it be done on the ship because if he screws up, we'll lose it in the swamp water forever.
right, okay. So you head back up. You start heading back up to the ship. Mundus is still unconscious,
I'm pushing
And,
the chair. So.
and
Never doing that again.
as you're nearing the ship, a tentacle swipes at you from the
Oh
from-
no!
from one of the nearby trees, and you turn, and there's two brownish octopus-looking creatures
Okay.
coming down from above to attack you.
Oh no!
Turn and open fire.
Oh.
That the well, I mean, looks intimidating. I just can't tell what the whole thing looks like.
Yeah, because they didn't really have a good picture. I just had to use what I had.
Yeah, I get you.
So.
I mean, it looks intimidating for what I could tell.
Everybody except Mundus roll initiative.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Hold on 1 second. Initiative. Let's see. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, you can blame Shola for throwing bugs in your.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Matt.
Right. I was organizing it for the stream.
I guess I'll go get my dinner. Oh, I'm making AO.
I would laugh like no tomorrow if Mundus is suddenly going, I regret nothing.
And then
Okay,
just
so
pass this out.
So they're at what's it short range? Yeah, they're at short range because they kind of have to be to try and attack you. Beard gets to go first.
Oh, I get to go first. Yes. I'm gonna chuck one of my grenades at him.
About to say explosive ordnance.
Okay, so let's see.
Especially because they're in short range. That's the range of frag grenades.
That's there's you got what I'm trying to remember how you wait a
Welcome
minute.
to eternity, baby. Boom, boom.
Didn't we raise your brawn to 4 last time with
I thought we did because and we just didn't. Oh, we didn't make the adjustment
We
on
did.
this.
We didn't change it on the characteristics. I think we changed everything else there.
Yeah.
Because you were at 3 before, and that would actually make your soak 6 instead of 5. All right. Well, that part's changed. So you got, but brawn doesn't affect your frag grenade thing. So that'd be what 2 yellow, 1 green against 1 purple because they're at close range.
Okay.
Short range. Oh jeez.
Boom.
Yeah. So you throw a grenade, it explodes, causes them to both just fall out of the trees. One of them's 11 damage before the soak. So 11 minus 3, that's 9.
I just imagine that
The other one takes 6 damage. Because the one you hit directly takes more damage from the explosion.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The top one's the one that's damaged more.
Okay.
Grow, your turn.
Time to open fire on the top one. He looks the most hurt. Let's get that count up.
All right, so,
and they're already close range, so it's 1 purple and it's. God, how much do I do to him now?
1 purple against 2 yellow, 1 green.
Yeah, I win.
Okay. Yeah, your blaster rifle shots just tear through the thing. It slumps over.
Woohoo!
I'm back.
Shola.
All right, sure.
How's the fight going?
One of them's already dead, and they had
Grau
neither of
got
them had
another
gotten to go.
score. Grau got another score for the scorekeeper. Or one.
Yep, because you're passed out, you're gonna lose score.
Well, now we're tied.
No, I was up 2. You're only 1 up.
God.
So you're
Not
so
for
you
my
got-
count.
so you
I
got
kept
one-
tally last time.
so did I. You need
Hell
1 more. To
it's
get
injured.
the tie.
I'm just gonna move up to it and bring out the lightsaber and slice it in half.
Okay,
think
so
you're-
make your roll against 1 purple.
I think you're lying just to try to keep ahead, but sure.
Traditions don't lie.
Says
Much.
you.
Okay, Shola.
Okay, so what is my lightsaber at? Oh, it's 3 now. Whoa. So 3 yellows, 1 green, 1
Yeah,
purple.
you made sure you're good at using that thing. So that's 9 damage. You literally killed it exactly.
Nice.
You also would have done more. You would have also critical injured it if it didn't die.
Okay, so
Nice.
that's the end of that.
Those poor monsters foolishly thought that they could attack you guys.
They thought they could.
After the
Yeah.
explosion of a round of fire and a lightsaber later, they were proven very wrong.
Got 3 attacks, took all of them out. Well, Beard's only got 4 grenades left now, but
Yeah, but it was worth it.
Totally worth it. What a show.
yeah, I mean the fight might have lasted longer if you didn't do that.
Yep,
You're just like, get down from there, bitches.
pretty much. I was like, come down to our level.
You pulled a scorpion.
Get over here!
You know, the creatures collapse to the ground, and you look towards the ship, and you see Roger 1 was starting to run over in a panic, but he slows down when he sees that everything's dead. All right, you return to the safety of the ship, and Nathan's going to attempt to remove the memory core from the flight recorder. What is it? Where is 3 yellow and 1 green against 2 purple.
Oh wait, for me?
Yes, you're trying to
okay.
remove the memory core from the flight
Oh,
recorder.
okay. Okay,
3
so
yellow,
yeah.
1 green, and how many purple?
Well, 2.
It's 2? Okay.
Okay, 3, 1, 2. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, you succeed. You take it out and you start analyzing it on the ship's computers. Between the data from the flight recorder and the okay, let's see real quick. You find a recording from the ship with several people arguing with Captain Harsal about claiming he's being greedy and talking about Kurtala's political treachery against the Chancellor. Seems like the crew was unhappy with what was going on and abandoned ship instead of staying with the rest of the crew, and well, you kind of see what happened to them.
Yeah.
They get eaten alive by a giant kitty cat? Reptilian kitty cat?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Between the data on the memory core and the trail of scrap in the sewer that must have come off the ship during its descent, you can kind of track it to closer to where it actually is. So you get back in the ship and back in your ship and start heading along. Let's see.
Keeping low and moving slowly.
It's about midday when you see a narrow, winding valley, one of many cutting through the rugged and overgrown terrain. Small river is visible through the trees. Rocky dam at the southern end creates a long, oblong lake filling much of the valley floor behind it. After a moment, you realize the dam is actually the rusted hulk of a ship, jammed between the rocky outcroppings of the opposing bluffs. The color is similar to that of the surrounding rocks. Water pours through the huge holes in the hull, flowing through the decks and out through engines, among other exit points, until it plunges down a series of natural falls and continues south. So,
Well, that's
you've definitely found
coincidental.
At least a part of the main ship. So I'm assuming you're gonna land to.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I assume we can try and find a flat spot where we can try and land and figure out a way to it.
Yeah. As we arrived at this part of the ship, I wake up Mundus and go, Mundus, wake up. We found the ship. Part of it.
Does anyone have a portable scanner?
Not again. Not again.
Let's see.
I think.
No, I don't have a portable scanner.
I don't think I got no.
And
I think the closest thing I got to is my goggles. As for like a scanner for like a life form scanner or something you're talking about, or
I just realized, you actually have your goggles count as a scanner. So
excellent. Goggles on.
Granted, you don't really have the skill you normally need for this, but you still got. It's not that hard of a check. So, 2 green against 1 purple, as you're approaching the ship.
Boom.
Okay.
Asking you shall receive.
Yeah, the threat means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You identify using your scanner goggles. You identify the hulking mass of metal in front of you as the engine section of the ship.
Okay, so we found the engines. Kind of slowly look in the opposite direction where they're aiming from.
Yeah, you can see there's all kinds of shards of metal in the lake below, heading north. You can't see another big part of the ship from where you are, meaning these must have broken off as the rest of it kind of
kept flying and
swung
scraping
forward.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is whether or not you want to search this wreckage for anything of value before you head on.
I don't think it would hurt to look through this first, but I bring that option up to the rest of the group first.
I'm gonna kneel in front of Mundus as he's awake and just go, Mundus, I have bad news. You're tied with Grau.
What?
He made another kill. You're tied.
Kill him! Get me my gun.
Don't make me hurt your other knee.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Do you want to try my brawl?
Do you want to try my claws?
I have my own claw now. Don't tempt me.
Bring it on, fur bag.
I'm just checking a couple things. I'm looking over all the stuff you can do here real quick.
We're just having like an anime scene of Grau and Mundus just staring at each other with lightning going between their eyes.
More like Mundus is just all the rage, and Grau is just like sitting there cross-armed, smug.
I'm picturing that, like how they do stare downs in Death Note, where all of a sudden out of nowhere they're just on top of 2 buildings, just metaphorically.
Show us like little chibi in the background, just staring, going.
You just hear an alien speak in the background. Dio Eduardo.
All right, so let's see here.
That one still from we're still going, yes? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ozzie stopped. It's like
Yeah, I'm just okay. So
but that one still from JoJo where they're walking at each other.
You get down, you get near the site. You find a makeshift metal and wood boat lying in the mud near the crash site. Anyone have a high survival skill?
Let me check.
No.
I'm trying to remember if I have anything for survival.
Oh, it's a cunning. No one has any cunning. We're all at
survival.
2.
Nope.
Yeah.
That'd be 2 greens for me, my dude.
I think it'd be 2 greens for everybody because nobody put any points in cunning.
Wait.
Or survival.
Literally nobody. Literally nobody put any points in cunning. So
we are smart.
We don't like being cunning. We want to be brawlers.
I'll just let everybody.
You cunning,
try
I cunning. Just let everyone roll.
Everybody's got the same thing. So it's two green against 2 purple. Everybody got about a 50% chance, but
50% chance that someone in the team's gonna do it. Oh, one person did it.
Yeah, weird.
I
was curious if anybody else would have succeeded. Just Beard. So you just lucked out.
Gro felt so hard he didn't do anything.
Yeah. At least I didn't actually fail. I just sat there and went, eh.
After examining the boat, you can tell that the boat itself appears to have only been scrounged together a few months ago. So it may have been made with debris from the crash, but it's far more recent than the actual ship itself, which is from like the end of the Clone Wars. So somebody put this together recently.
Or no,
so there could be people still alive, maybe.
Yeah. As for actually getting inside the engine section, there is
oh, that's right. What's wrong?
You see an entrance, or you see a door that would lead into it, but you kind of had to climb to get to it.
Oh, do we got to climb?
And which would require,
I assume athletics.
Which would require athletics. You see there's some wooden ladders nearby, but the wood's kind of rotten. They don't look very good.
How much what's my climbing against?
Against 3 purple.
Boom.
Oh, you don't even have any points in athletics, do you? You just
climb with my raw power
straight through it.
My raw furry power guides me.
Anyone else? Does anyone else want to try and climb? Because it's not going to be easy.
Actually, the better idea is who has a rope.
Like Beard actually has a point in athletics as well as a high bronze score.
Would I still be able to do it considering my situation?
You'd probably need to stand guard down here.
Can I sense the area for anything? Just sense, 4 sense.
You mean like for living things?
Pretty much.
Nothing sentient nearby, anyhow.
I'll try to climb up.
All right.
So it would be 1 yellow.
1 yellow, 3 green against 3 purple. Okay, you succeeded.
Ooh. Okay.
I was gonna say if anyone actually does fail, you will fall and hurt yourself.
Oh jeez.
Let me check.
Like
That's why I'm not recommending the people with low bronze scores and no skills in athletics to even.
Question: can Modus just, because he's in a floating chair, just float up and get in there?
No, because it has to stay within a certain distance of the ground to stay floating.
It's like a speeder.
Because you made it from
literally made it from speeder parts. Yeah.
Which is the main reason you can't just use a speeder to travel around here, because he needs his chair, and you guys didn't buy a new speeder.
How much are those again?
A lot. Vehicles cost a lot. Those are the one things that cost a shit ton.
Arg.
I mean, the two of you could just search while everyone else waits.
Yeah, I guess I'll just search around and see what I find.
All right, let's pop that door.
Okay, you bust in, and you can find a lot of parts of this ship. You're like ankle deep in water from just water running through the thing. Let's see here.
Well, at least it's all moving water, not stale sitting water.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Ominous tension music.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just gonna have you guys make perception checks to see if you can find anything of value, because that's more or less what it says to do.
Oh,
Because it says,
joy.
if you realize that to fully search through the place and remove any useful pieces of equipment and probably take days and special sensors to navigate everything and find the stuff underwater. But just like a quick scavenge of the area.
Do I get any bonus from my goggles?
Yeah, I'll give you a blue, an extra blue die, but I'm
Okay.
trying to decide what kind of perception check to make here. That'd be what? So beard, that'll be 2 green against 2 purple.
Okay.
Grow, it'll be 2
2 yellow, a blue,
2 yellow
and
blue against 2 purple.
2 purple.
Okay, you both
Both succeed.
you both find a few pieces of gear that aren't messed up or buried underwater. We'll say Beard finds about 2 more grenades and a blaster pistol. It's not as good as your current blaster pistol, but it'll be worth money to hold on to it.
But I'm gonna keep the grenades.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Grow manages to scavenge out a vibro sword out of. Had been stuck in a wall. Like somebody probably was using it to pry open the wall to see if there's anything in the any mechanical stuff of use. But you see signs of a struggle. So whoever was using it probably got mauled by an animal while they were distracted.
Mm-hmm. And making too much noise, which is why the animal found them in the first place.
Yeah. Hey, if you're in the middle of a forest, don't start stabbing a metal wall with a vibro sword.
Makes you target number 1 for anything hungry enough. All right. So vibro sword. I guess the question is, what kind of stats are on that?
It's not gonna be as good as your Sith blade, and you
That's
don't
what
have.
I was kind of figuring.
You don't have the melee skill anyhow, so because it's your brawn +2 for the damage, and it's got 2 pierce, so it's got 1 less damage than your current weapon and less pierce, so it's not really useful for anything other than selling or giving to somebody else.
Okay. Although I would say that with how adamant Shola was about me replacing the Sith Warblade, it might be the better option if I need to go melee. But not if I am in Dyer's, though. In which case the Sith Warblade would have to come back out.
Right. Okay. So. Yeah, there's no sign of any great treasure or anything that you've heard of here, but you also realize this is the engine section, so you're really just kind of scrounging to see what you could find.
While we're outside the ship, do we see any clues to the other parts of the ship, or just this?
There's a trail of parts leading north, so if you follow them, you'll probably find it. It's just that it's not within visible. You can't see it. Like it's probably somewhere past the trees that are to the north.
Right.
I assume skill for it is also lightsaber, just like the Sith Warblade?
No, it's melee.
Just me.
It's melee, which you don't have any points in.
Oh, that also doesn't help it, yeah. Alright. There it is. I entered it all in now. That's a nice thing. I can enter it in now without people having to see me fill out the screen. Anyway. So Viper Sword, he just kind of pockets that out a little more out in the open. And just kind of finishes looking around, but I assume we don't see much else then.
No.
Alright,
So
at least we got something out of it.
Yeah. So next you're gonna have to follow the trail north.
Yeah, I assume getting out of here is gonna be easy enough. We just jump into the water that's flowing at it to begin with.
Yeah, and there is a boat there that you guys could technically use to follow the trail.
To follow the trail now too, if we want to. Yeah. Question is, who all can we get in the boat? How big is it?
It's big enough for your group.
Except Mundo's in the chair.
No, he can fit two. It's a sizable boat. It's just that you wouldn't be able to fit too many more people than your group in it.
It's a nice big, long, wide canoe made of metal parts, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
They used it. They made it. It's clearly made out of parts,
scrap
from
and
the
pieces.
ship.
Yeah. Yeah. So whoever was here came by canoe about a month ago and was digging into the engines for parts and probably got mauled. Okay.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That seems to add everything together. Although I'm not sure how they kept closing the door, and I'm not sure where the creature that got him went to.
Yeah, but I would suggest we don't stick around to see
Yep.
if it ever comes.
I'm all game for that, and we don't need to make any fights with big kitty cats when we don't need to. Speaking of which, tell Roger 1 to keep an eye on the ship, but also keep the hatchway sealed until we get close.
Right. So you head north, and on the lakes. After a while, it's starting to get dark. It's reaching nighttime at this point. On the lake's eastern shore, you see what at first appears to be a large, irregularly shaped hill, randomly covered in vines and scraggly vegetation, partially concealed by the jungle canopy. Perched on the hill at a prominent but odd angle appears to be the ruins of a large building with most of the transparisteel windows broken out. You suddenly realize, wow, I think they screwed this sentence up.
You can realize they screwed up this sentence.
You suddenly realize you're looking at the forward slope section of the Sa Nalor and its bridge. It's facing northwest towards the lake. Its forward shell-like hull is splayed with the lower decks buried and crushed into the old riverbank. So you have found the main hull of the ship.
Oh, there
and
it is.
I have a picture to throw up here.
Oh no.
We landed on Azeroth. Crap.
But where are the Titans?
They're in space somewhere.
There.
keeping Sargeras prison.
Alrighty. Fine covered, toppled over, but still sort of in the piece.
I can't but feel like that thing is just gonna tip over any second and crush on us.
There are several suitable landing locations if you want to signal Roger 1 to bring the ship over here.
That's right, we do have intercoms, don't we?
Yeah, you have combos.
Yeah, we do.
So yeah, let's find a nice open spot and essentially just give him like a landing point beacon, and he can move the ship without much trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brings the ship over as you're as everybody's kind of looking for a way into the place.
We can make a way.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Oh, we could totally make a way.
What, new way coming up.
Oh, I'm not even saying that. Roger 1,
Oh.
aim at the hull.
We got multiple ways of making holes in the wall.
Let's everybody make a perception check again. I'm just gonna let everybody have a try because
What was it again? 2 greens and 2 purples.
you're going against 3 purples for this.
So 2 greens, 3 purple.
For you, I think for most people that's what it is, because almost no. Kevin,
perception checks.
You have a rank in perception, so it's 1 yellow and 1 green against 3 purple.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That happened.
3 purple. Rolling.
God damn.
I got completely
Threat.
even Stevens.
Oh, I would think threat would be pretty bad.
Roll a blue die.
Who?
Just roll a blue die by itself real quick.
For me?
Because of your goggles, yeah.
Oh, the goggles. True.
No, you rolled a blank. You rolled a blank on it.
Yup.
I don't think that counts as. I don't think that counts as a blank. I think that counts.
No.
The universe-
He rolled one of the blank sides of the dice. That's what it is.
It is literally a blank.
'Cause
It's just like
Because it was unopposed roll, and he still got nothing.
I feel like the universe just said, "Ah, let's try."
Oh wait, Mr. Beard actually succeeded.
Yeah, he did. He was the only one who did.
I didn't even catch that. I think because everybody rolled so fast. All right. Well, Mr. Beard notices that that someone, looking at the vines and stuff, somebody obviously tried to camouflage the ship by moving stuff on top of it. You also realize portions of this ship have been stripped for salvage by a small operation.
4 cents. I'm gonna roll and see if I can pull it off.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh gosh.
Womp. $0.04. Thud.
You know, as you're searching the area, you find an old encampment just north of the ship, away from the shore. There's the ruins, heavily overgrown ruins of a collection of shacks and rock-encircled fire pits and similar structures.
I am now officially looking for corpses, because I get the feeling if this has been abandoned already, it didn't end well. In which case, also, I'm looking to see if any of the shacks are easy to enter in case there's gear here still, too.
This is so meta, and guys are gonna probably be rolling their eyes. But are these shacks small size?
What do you mean?
Like, would you say a size of a race of certain green aliens would fit into them?
No.
Oh.
No, this is not the planet of the Yodas. The most of the shacks are around human size or bigger.
That's what you did.
See you coming, I did.
Or it could be
Okay.
the other green alien men.
Okay, so actually, if you want to examine the huts, I'm supposed to have you make a hard survival check. Which
Oh,
is
joy!
Three
Oh,
purple,
goody.
and nobody has survival. I don't
Can
think anybody
I
has
try
survival.
to
so it's just-
use 4 cents instead?
no. 'Cause
Okay.
So
So everybody, it's 2 green against 3 purple. Because I don't think anybody has a
2
point of
green, 3
survival.
purple. All right.
damn, I'm just not having.
Ah,
Whoa!
Nathan made it. Shilla
this
made
is
it.
bad.
Green against 3
A
purple.
lot of threat though.
Oh my God, we weren't meant to survive outside a hostile environment.
Only Shaw and Nathan made it. Sadly.
Okay, so you can tell that the huts, the shacks were held between 30 to 40 people. Further investigation, you find a nearby burial site with about 20 graves with makeshift markers with crew names scratched onto the surface of ruined metal plating.
Oh boy, most of them died. And there's probably a couple of them that got killed from other places that aren't going to be marked. So that about covers all of them, don't it?
So There's nothing else. There's nothing of value here. Like if any of them survived, they took all their stuff with them wherever they moved to.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet like at most maybe a small handful of like 5 of them might have left and maybe moved. Look at the big ship. Maybe back up to the ship.
Let's see.
Be safer than being out here. That's for damn sure. Unless the thing is rickety enough on the inside. I don't know.
Is there a way into the ship, or do we have to make a hole?
Oh, there's multiple ways in because the ship's kind of a smashed up wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like the engines. We just have to find a door and pry it open. There's gonna be doors somewhere. I'm sure the main like landing opening probably is fucked up, but there's probably other ways because the thing's been wrecked on the rough landing.
Let's see here. I'm gonna just go into the stuff for when you first enter the place. The thing is, I'm looking at this, and there's all this stuff that's easier to do if you found certain clues before you came here, but you didn't. So you just kind of enter the biggest entrance, the biggest hole in the ship. You enter a huge hole in the ship, and to your left on the starboard side is a long corridor blackened by fire. To your right on the port side is a similar corridor. You can see daylight lighting up the chamber at the end. The aft corridor is very long and appears to be buckled, possibly from where the hull twisted on impact. Condensation trickles down the decking and drips into the bulkhead on the floor that leads deeper into the interior of the ship. The hatch of the bulkhead has been removed, but the ladder still remains, moss and slime dangling from the rungs. So, your options, you basically can go either left, right, or down the ladder into the bulkhead.
We're looking for what again in this one? We were looking for some. I forget what we were looking for the ship for. So some sort of like scrap
treasures and tech.
Okay, so the bulkhead sounds like it might be an interesting place to check, but I'm not sure.
Actually, risk of sounding like a broken record. Can I use Force Sense to check if there's any animals on this ship with us?
If there's any animals?
Yeah, or living creatures.
Oh boy. Yeah. You sense three. You sense 3 fairly big creatures.
Yeah.
Prowling around on top of the ship. Not down where you are, but on top of the ship.
Yeah.
Well, we don't.
I point out.
You don't know what they are, nor how they got up there.
Nor do we want to. I'm pretty sure. Nor do we want to go up there.
Going down.
Yes. For once, I'm with the Wookiee.
So you want to go into the bulkhead?
Yeah, let's go to the bulkhead.
Safest plot for now.
Let's see. Okay, so you go down into the bulkhead, and let's see here. You climb down the ladder, and you find a narrow hallway. After you follow it for a while, you end up in a large open cavern, but you don't really see any paths leading in a different direction. It's mostly just a very large dead end.
Well, that was mildly disappointing.
You do hear some scampering animal sounds coming from the walls. Like there's something in here.
That's not foreboding at all.
It's pretty dark in here, so you can't really see what it is, but you hear things moving around.
Actually,
Nathan,
I can't remember. Does my goggles help with that?
Nathan,
That's true.
Nathan,
I know
mental
it helps with
note.
obscurity.
Add headlights to.
Yeah, let's have girl make a perception check.
Oh boy.
Two green and a blue against one purple.
Okay.
2 green and a blue against 1 purple. Yay!
Yeah, you see about 12 fairly large rat-like creatures scampering along the walls. They look like they've noticed you. They're far enough away that you could easily just back out of here and get away from them, but you realize if you stay here, they're probably going to attack.
ROUSs, and they look like they might be eager if we stay around too long.
Oh shit! All right.
Nobody has
basically
anything
leaving it up to everybody else. No one's saying anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can say hello with a bang, but I would have to get closer.
Yeah, but there's also nothing of value in here.
Yeah, as far as we can tell, it's just a rodent cave at this point.
You're basically just going to be fighting rodents for no reason if you stay.
I know. That's the smart move. Let's get out of here.
XP's. All right, backing up. You can have your little rodent haul. We'll see you later. We'll tell the kitty cats you're down here.
Yeah, you get back to the the intersection where you started, and you hear a loud metallic thunk on the top of the ship. You're not sure, but you think whatever Shola sensed up there might have become aware that you're down here.
Slowly look up and bring back the goggles.
Yeah, you can't see anything. They're not within view.
Sight range. Okay. Proceed up with caution.
So the choice is you're back to going left or right.
We need to find an area with some light.
It's not that there's no light out here. It's that there's literally walls in between you and whatever was.
Fell down. Yeah.
Like you heard them, and they probably know you're there because they heard you moving around down here. And animals have better hearing than people.
You say that, but 2 of us could be considered animals.
Yeah,
more or less.
I was gonna say. Yeah. If anything, Trandoshan Wookiees have very good hearing.
That's probably why we detected it in the first place, is that it came down. So we're probably both just completely gung-ho ready for something to jump out.
Yeah. So left or right?
I vote left.
That sounds like a lot of lefts. I guess we're going left.
Yep, left.
All right. So you head down the hallway to the left. You find yourself in another room. This was one of the ship's sensor array control room. Computers as tall as the ceiling are burnt out or horribly corroded, with many bits and pieces seemingly chiseled or broken off.
Aww.
A large section of the decking is missing where an explosion obliterated much of the compartment and its equipment.
Ouch.
This gives Nathan nightmares. The machinery, it's been corroded. No.
It's gone to robot heaven, where all the calculators go.
You, see.
The GM's thinking.
Another. So, and this is another dead end, more or less. But you do notice that there's a tarp that's just kind of thrown over a large lump on the floor.
I poke the lump with the point of my gun.
You just hear a ting noise because whatever's under there is metal.
Oh. Slowly lift it up.
There's a toolkit sitting here, and
Oh no!
And it's sitting right near. Stop it.
No.
Okay.
And looking nearby, you realize that somebody was probably using this to try and remove a security scanner. but they seem to have abandoned the job and tried to cover up their work.
Oh, remote security scanner. Okay.
Just kind of look like Nathan and nod to him to the tools and
No,
look around
not a
for
remote
anything
security
obvious.
scanner. They were trying to remove part of the ship, basically.
A manual. Gotcha.
Okay.
Basically, somebody was trying to salvage another part of the ship, but they abandoned the job because it was taking too long.
Probably because they were clunky at it.
Right?
Yeah, not me.
But it doesn't look valuable enough for you to still bother with while you're still searching the ship.
Okay.
So basically, this really only leaves you with one more direction to go.
The other hallway.
Time to go
back
right.
the other way.
Yep. You start heading towards down the other hallway, and
Guns
you realize
Yeah,
You realize-
definitely.
you realize a large section of the decking is missing, falling away in a ragged destruction below.
Oh,
Small waterfall streams through the hole, and rust creeps like moss across the metal floor plating. Let's see. I just realized this is a really, really bad check for people to try and have to make, because I don't think anyone has coordination. Although everybody's got decent agility, at least.
Wait, did you say
You do.
coordination?
Coordination.
Yeah,
Coordination.
I think I have.
Nathan has coordination.
Oh,
Go
Yep.
figure.
I guess. Do you want me to roll anything with that, or no?
Everybody's gonna have to roll. I'm gonna reduce the difficulty of this check because I don't want people falling to their death.
Yeah.
Okay, re-rolling the tune.
I'm in a hover chair.
Doesn't mean anything if it's a giant hole.
So I'm gonna. This is supposed to be a 2 difficulty
No.
check, but I'm gonna lower it to a 1 because
One purple.
1 purple. So whatever. Nathan,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that doesn't count as a failure unless you actually get a failure.
Yeah,
symbol.
it doesn't count. It counts as a failure. I just barely got by the skin of my teeth.
I can't jump. Is the thing.
is this an
You're not
agility check?
jumping. You're trying to go along like a narrow thing to get across.
Yeah, we're just
Oh,
we're walking and trying
I
not
just
to fall
saw
over.
something.
Mhm.
What?
Can I move some debris with force move to help me swing across?
Actually, you could technically try to make like a makeshift bridge to reinforce it. I didn't even think of that.
You keep forgetting the force powers. Like,
Okay,
Because
yeah.
this adventure is not designed with force powers in mind.
If anything else, at least Shola is thinking about my well-being.
Okay, well,
You're,
you
you're,
successfully.
you're trying to tell a Tradoshan in a fucking wheelchair to try to go through a ledge.
Well, you could have waited here, but
Well,
anyhow,
you
the
know
thing
how
is,
to ground travel.
Okay.
Shola successfully manages to slap together a bridge and negates the check for everybody.
Okay.
Except for Grove, who jumped in head first.
Yeah,
Except for
Grove,
Grove, who
who
just
went,
walked across and went, "Oh."
Just went for it.
Well, what's the Wookiee equivalent of yelling Leroy Jenkins?
Shola, you are. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to think that Wookiee just jumped and he's all proud of himself. He looks back and you just see Shola just slowly building a bridge. And he's like, oh.
He just yeeted himself and then looks back and goes,
I image Rose.
I just picture him making the jump and then pointing at Nathan and going, "I've got more points now."
I imagine him. You see, grow in the air. He turns his head. He sees Shola moving debris to make a bridge, and grows just like the galaxy hates me as he smiles.
Okay, as you reach the next room, you see rows of lockers lining the small room. The fittings of the floor are all that is left of the Mounts from the jump seats where the Marines who were tasked with protecting the bridge were once assigned. The locker doors have been removed, and this room has been stripped bare. This was more or less a area for guards to hang out, but it's been pretty much stripped of anything of value. Except I'm gonna have Grow make another perception check because I'm an asshole.
All right, let's see how this goes.
2 green, 1 blue against 3 purple.
3 green, what?
2 green, 1 blue, 3 purple. Or wait, perception's counting,
Yellow.
right?
Actually, my perception's 2 yellows.
Oh yeah, 2 yellow, 1 blue against 3 purple. Sorry.
Against 1 purple?
2
purple.
Oh,
3
3.
purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 2 yellow, 1 blue, 3 purple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm hearing like 5 different things now. It's like
Other people.
Ooh!
Wow! Triumph.
whoop ass.
Yay.
Okay.
I am one with the force.
You guys are about ready to move on to the next room when you something catches your eye and you something just on top of one of the lockers, not really visible to most people, but you're a tall ass Wookiee.
Mm-hmm.
There's a vibro knife just with a magnetic hilt just sitting on top of one of the lockers.
Kind of blinks, squints his eyes a little bit, reaches and grabs.
Yeah. Even if you don't use it as a weapon, that could be useful as like a tool.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was kind of figuring. It's going to be useful, a little hand tool, if nothing else. And that's going to go right on the backpack, right next to the vibro sword. Actually, probably on the belt.
And as you finish searching the room and finding virtually nothing, you notice the blast door leading into the turbo lift shafts to the command tower. Blast door is not looking like it's been closed in a really long time.
Just kind of rusted open.
Yeah, just kind of rusted open. Let's see here.
Double checking notes.
All right, so you go up some metal ladders that are there because the thing has no power for you to use the actual elevator. And you reach the bridge. Oh, as long as the bridge is now overgrown with vines, mass, and strange flowering plants. Consoles and electronics have been stripped from their housing, and transparent steel windows are shattered or missing. Even the seats have been salvaged. On closer inspection, shadows seem to crawl, and you can make out small insects and strange amphibians inhabiting the crevices. At the rear of the compartment is a bulkhead leading into the dark recesses of the abandoned hulk. The bulkhead door has been removed, apparently by a fusion cutter.
Someone took a while to get rid of that. Take a nice look around.
Everything there doesn't really seem to be anything useful here, but you do see one of the computers is blinking. Something still has power, and you realize it's a hollow projector.
Ooh,
with a recording on it.
Oh wait, could I take a crack on that, or is like nah?
You just have to turn it on. You don't have to do anything.
I'll turn it on.
I like to think Nathan's like, oh, don't worry, I can fix this, guys, and Sheila just turns it on.
You have to ruin the moment.
Okay, so hollow recording starts playing. You see pilots and engineers desperately try to regain control of the ship as it plunges towards Chalgana's surface, their faces contorted in fear and desperation. Facing back and forth is a young Captain Harsal who barks orders from the bridge. At his side, a white-haired Arcanian woman looks on in despair, bracing herself for the impending impact. Harsel stops without warning, shouts one last command, then pulls the woman to the floor for cover. As she falls, you see her stark white eyes grow wide with terror. Suddenly, the playback scrambles and cuts out.
Oh my God.
Arcanian woman? Anyone I know?
I don't think your character would have had a reason to know her. So, no.
So, just an Arcanian, no one I know.
Yeah.
Just so happens.
She looked like a scientist.
Oh, yeah, figures. Because Arcanians are very technologically advanced, so they're very big scientists. So, is there anything else around here, or is that just
there's a path leading further into the ship, but you realize that it's a good chunk of it's collapsed, and you probably need to bring some special equipment to actually make any headway on trying to dig out anything to salvage.
Can I force move another bridge?
No, it's not you trying to cross a gap. It's literally like the corridor is collapsed in on itself.
Yeah, you'd have to this is even a heavier weight than trying to push the X-wing with Yoda.
Can I cut it open with a lightsaber?
It's not just like a single wall of metal. It's like a wreckage.
It is literally this end of the ship collapsing in on itself.
So the thing is, if you don't find anything else, you at least know where the ship is to report back to the guy. But as the crew turns to consider heading back out, you suddenly hear a vicious roar.
Oh.
As a blur of metal and fur erupts from the darkness, leading back the way you came. Four-legged creatures, all teeth and claws, leap at you. In a split second, you realize they are powerful Nexu. Worse, they appear to be cybernetically enhanced.
What?
All sport metal reinforced claws and some sort of armored helmet or cap and collar. The claws of one Nexu crackle with white-blue energy against the ground as it lands after each leap. Another flashes a radiant grin with polished metal teeth. The last and largest appears to have had its prehensile double-tail plated and interlocking scale armor that terminates in a spiked club on each tail end. So you're fighting Cyber Nexu.
Kill it with fire!
Yeah, you all right, I have to actually dump them on the screen, on the page, and everybody's going to have to roll initiative.
I kind of felt like you would have been dumping them while you were explaining the scene.
I was reading
He's got to read, dude.
I can't do both at the same time.
I'm sure somebody would be like, multitask.
Yeah, no, because I have the PDF open and I'm reading it. I can't have that and the browser open at the same time.
Oh wait, we're rolling for.
So just look at that, but just pretend they're cybernetic.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, gonna roll initiative now.
Oh, the dice just hate me today.
Oh, come on. Okay, at least one Nexu got one.
True.
Oh, come on, Zoom.
Okay, two. Okay, so at least one of them's got a high number, so at least that's okay.
Okay, I need to get in here and.
Oh, there you are. So Beard, Shola, the Nexu, then me.
And me before the Nexu.
Well, you hadn't been arranged yet, so I didn't see.
Yeah, I can't believe two of them rolled one. That's kind of hilarious.
Surprise! Not surprise.
They're currently at medium range and rushing towards you.
Rushing towards us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Just think a tiger running at you, but
And let me change
More-
the music.
a lot more teeth.
Yep.
All the teeth.
In fact, just take the head of a tiger off and just replace it with like 10 chainsaws.
Actually, the better idea would be to take a tiger and then remove its lower jaw and replace back on it a jaw of a shark.
Wait a minute. Why is this showing up as?
I think a full shark head would be more accurate.
It's not. Well, is this
That
one
or we
gonna
just
work?
take a shark's head and then replace the rest of its body with a tiger. Either way.
I think one of my uploads failed because it's not playing when I. Oh, let's see if it works now because I tried. Okay, it's not stuck now.
That's an
Okay.
interesting sound.
Okay. Time's gonna roll.
Okay, so Beard, they're at medium range. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna shoot one of this
Okay.
top one right there.
All right, so 2 yellow, 1 green against 2 purple,
And I'm aiming as well too, so
Yep.
1 blue.
1 blue.
How about that?
Oh!
What? Oh geez.
That's
Hey, your gun does how much normally? 8?
8.
I think
8 plus 4, 12, and there's a. Oh wait, no, 8 plus 5 because of the.
Triumph.
Fuck, you critical hit the thing and you did 13 damage. But minus the, so it's 10
They
damage
lapped.
total after the soak.
either way, the clone just went utter badass.
It's just like, no, bang.
It's like I kill droids for a living. I don't need this shit.
Yeah, pretty
fuck
much.
you,
The funny thing
asshole.
is, it tells me how many of these to throw at you based off of your guy's like skill, and I'm like 2 of these will be too easy.
3 of these might be
First
too easy now.
Yep.
I don't know. I think you should have had maybe at least one more.
Let's see, critical hit table. Let's roll for crit.
Oh, that crit.
Oh,
100.
What the hell?
What?
Crippled.
Oh,
Yeah,
Target's
yes.
limb. You shot off one of it. You shot its tail off.
well, it could have
Nice.
been a leg. It could have been a leg.
Yeah, but I'm
Give it
I'm
suspense.
trying not to just make the fight horribly easy.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Try not to cripple the enemy in the first round, thank you.
Shola.
All right. Shola's gonna shoot at the one the Beard just shot. And what is my blaster? Okay, short range light. It's 1. So what? I got that blaster, old blaster from Mr. Beard. So it's gonna be 3 purple.
No, 2 because it's medium.
2
range.
medium.
All right, 2 medium. So it's 1 yellow. Oh yeah, it's plus my agility, I think.
1 yellow, 1 green against 2 purple.
Okay, 1 yellow, 1 green. It's been a while since I used a blaster.
Yeah, I realized I got the stupid Destiny.
Oh
thing
yeah,
on
and I
top of
aim.
it.
I aim.
Oh yeah, and then I'm slaying a blue.
All right. I don't know how that happened.
You grazed it, and it's kind of thrown off by that. Didn't do any real damage to it, but it's kind of, you kind of panicked it because it's already hurt and it almost got shot again. Grow.
My turn. I'm gonna pick the same one and try and shoot it in the face too.
This is where it ends brutally.
This is where it's gonna just finally be done. Okay, that's a... oh gosh. That's a ranged heavy. I keep forgetting what all my things are. Okay, 2 yellows on an agility, so that's 2 yellows, 1 green, like against 2 purple.
Or you're blue if you're aiming.
Oh, that's right, and then plus an aim. Actually, can I do an auto? Is it safe to do an auto here?
Yeah, that increases the difficulty though.
And I'll give it a name. So yeah, 2 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 3 purple. Worth it.
Jeez.
Yeah. Let's see.
Risk
Yes,
reward.
I say they weren't. You didn't hit all of them because they weren't bunched up that close together.
So I just probably clipped one of the other ones.
Yeah. So let's see. How much does your gun do again?
I think it's a 9.
I think he's he's got
heavy
10
rifle
damage
10.
heavy blaster. That's 14 damage on the main one you hit. So yeah, you tore through him. He's done. And let's see.
How much on the other guy?
You did 11 to the other one. Now, though, this one is on his turn, and it makes a mad dash for Grow.
Oh,
It hurts itself to make 2 maneuvers in one turn.
owie. It breaks its leg.
It
trying to
hurts
run.
itself. Doesn't mean it dies. Right as it gets to me.
No, it just took 2 damage because it strained itself and doesn't have a strain meter.
Oh, okay.
And it tries to take a bite out of Wookie. Let's see here.
Wookiee tastes good with mustard. It ponders.
Brown mustard, thank you.
Only honey mustard, thank you very much.
Let's see. Make sure I'm reading this right.
Oh, one just went out at Grow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
That's
can
the
leap
one
like that?
Gro hit.
Again, he strained and
he
damaged himself to
he
do it.
strained himself to make the distance quickly
Oh.
I feel
because
like
he just saw one of the other ones go down. Okay. Luckily, he didn't get any advantage on that. But that's
Ooh.
so... He's got 4 pierce, so he ignores 4 of your.
For my
soak.
soak, so he still has to deal 2 soak.
Yeah. He does a total of 5 afterwards.
Chomp, chomp.
I am
Mundus.
wounded.
Aim the one that's took a bite of Grow.
Yeah, when
Okay.
the snuffer chair going on.
It's it's gonna be what was I gonna say?
That's gonna be a short distance, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's gonna have his difficulty's gonna be upgraded because you're right next to
Oh,
the thing.
true. So it'd still be like a medium shot anyway.
Yeah. So 3 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue against 2 purple.
Hits.
That's, yeah. I think Kevin might have just killed it because of his fucking damage.
I was gonna say, yeah, I do 11 damage a shot.
That's not including your bonus from your freaking talent.
Oh yeah, I keep. Oh yeah, I keep.
I forget my
you-
talents too.
Because you got 3 ranks in barrage, so you do
Oh yeah.
14 damage plus 3 from the successes, so that's 17 damage. He's not
Ooh.
quite dead, but Jesus Christ, most things would have died from that.
Okay. Oh wait, maybe I could potentially finish it off.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So what am I rolling?
Oh wait, it didn't
well,
die.
I-
Okay.
It has one. If you want the honest truth, it has one wound left.
Okay, so I guess like I'll just point and shoot at it, like of course this one.
So, one yellow, 2 green, 1 blue against 2 purple.
Okay, 1 yellow, 2 green, 1 blue, 2 purple.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god!
You missed.
Shut up.
The other Nexu gets its turn. It does the same thing and runs up to Beard.
Oh no.
It seemed the both of them seemed both of us take a lot of
Yeah.
good hits.
They realize that they need to do something quick because this is not going well for them.
No, not at all.
Okay, let's see how this one goes. Oh.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
No.
Luckily, it didn't crit.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you took a strain damage from that advantage, and that's what? Total of 10 damage. 2 of your soak counts, so that's 8 damage. Because their teeth are upgraded, that's why it's ignoring part of your soak.
No, that's fine.
I mean, you're going after it, so you'll probably kill it.
So, Beard, it's right in your face.
I know. So, is its mouth open? That's my question.
Their mouths are always open.
Their mouth is always. So I want to take one of my grenades and try to toss it inside its mouth.
Toss it inside the mouth and quickly close it.
Okay,
I swear to God, this backfires, and this somehow.
If this backfires, this is your fault.
Because keep in mind, that's what happened to my last leg.
two yellow, 1 green, 1 blue against 2 purple and 1 black.
The grenade ends up in my wheelchair somehow.
Okay, so you
like
said
three
2 yellow.
2 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, because I'm assuming you're aiming.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Against 2 purple and 1 black.
Black. Okay.
Because
Making it a little more difficult because of what you're planning to do here.
Well, and because he's using a ranged weapon at
that's
melee
true, too.
range.
Oh
So
yeah, because
the difficulty is upgraded based off of kind of weapon you're using. If he's using a really long range weapon, it'd be even harder.
Gotcha.
But he's using a grenade, so
here we go.
Oh, thank
I guess the Fred is non-existent, or maybe like the okay.
We'll say the Nexu explodes and the blast does knock you over, causing you to suffer another strain.
Okay, that's fine. Worth it.
You're kind of covered in blood and guts.
Worth it.
As that now headless corpse just kind of falls over and goes limp.
Shola's gonna take out his lightsaber and finish off the Nexu.
That probably has a giant hole through it.
And obviously you can't aim because you got to move close enough to hit it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's gonna be 3 yellow and 1 green. 3 yellow, 1 green, 1 purple.
Oh dear.
Well, it's got to be dead. I mean, all that advantage, man.
You double critical hit it, and you'd only had 1 health left. I'm just gonna say you slice its head in half.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Grow, you okay?
ow!
Well, gee, there's a giant chunk of him in the Nexu's mouth. You tell me if that means he's okay. I mean, you probably could reattach it if you don't mind some air covered in saliva. Wookiees never understand my humor.
Okay, so what happens now?
I'm looking over this real quick.
Well, first off, Beard's gonna need a shower.
Oh, he'll get that just walking back out of the ship.
I know. We'll just jump into the water.
By the way, you got a eyeball stuck to your shoulder pad.
Yeah.
Just find a leftover bit of
Yeah.
a fragmented skull. Is this yours?
Pretty much.
Actually, I think the tongue landed on my chair.
Man,
I like
man,
to think
parts so close.
I like to think part of the tongue landed on his head, and he just grabs it off his head with his 2 fingers and goes, "Here, you drop this."
And I just say, worth it.
Let's see.
I will say that I've seen this done in critters before, but this is definitely more of the desired effect.
Pretty much, yeah. I was just happy the roll went, yeah.
That could have got so bad.
It could have. It's like, yes, nailed it.
Yeah, because if you had like failed and got a bunch of threat, you probably would have blasted yourself. Oh god, it bounced off his jaw. Oh god.
Bam!
no,
Both
it's in the center
sides
of the
fly
party.
backwards.
All right, so you kind of have the urge to get out of the ship after being this mess and
Yeah.
wanting to get cleaned up.
Actually, yes, we want to, but I'm also going to say, does the one that we didn't blow to Kingdom Come still have more or less in contact head and any weird cybernetics on it?
Yeah.
Because I think we need to also bring them some proof that there's some weird ass shit going on out here. But if there's cybernetic beasties out here,
Yeah. I mean, you could technically drag the thing out with you if you wanted.
Oh.
Well, we can always use it.
I have 5 strength. He's not heavy. He's my brother.
So you drag the dead next to you outside, and at this point, it's nighttime. You're gonna need to make camp if you want to keep looking for anything else in the morning.
Well, actually, we have the ship right outside, don't we?
Yeah.
I suppose,
sleep,
yeah, if we
yeah.
want to keep looking around tomorrow, we should definitely still go back to the ship and rest for tonight.
Yep.
And also probably post guard, because if there's some more cybernetic nasties out there, we're going to need to keep a watch for them. Because they're
Right.
going to try and fuck up our ship, I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, so you let's see here. Does anyone want to use any stim packs on themselves?
Do I have a stim pack?
I got one.
If we're going to rest soon, I'm fine. I'm not that badly injured.
Yeah, we get healed by 1 when we rest, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'll be fine.
Yeah,
But
I'll get
I mean,
a hit
I'm
point
fine.
back. I'll be 4 damage
Beard's
down.
like the one person that would have the most reason to use one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'll just use my last one, so yeah.
Yeah, so that gives you what, 6 because of your
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
My ability, yeah.
So I'm
So-
probably
I'll go
Okay.
from 5 damage to 4 damage. I'm fine.
I go down from 2 damage to 1 damage.
Oh, look at all this Wookiee and so much damage. So much soak. Much wow.
Oh yeah, and then but you also the Beard's actually gonna only be like 1 away from max after
Max
rest.
again. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's in, and everybody gets all of their strain back because that's just pretty much instantly recovered when you rest.
That's good.
So you rest relatively peacefully as much as you can, hearing weird freaking animal noises from outside the ship, regardless of whether the animals in particular you're hearing are threats or not.
Actually,
If
matter of fact, we could
I
probably have
swear,
a constant
get away
watch
from
of
the
Roger
door.
1 that I thought of it.
Huh?
I just happen to think we don't, all of us except for Roger 1 need a rest, and I assume he can actually monitor the entire time we're sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He basically just sits guard.
Yeah, just sits on the gun and just keeps
He just
scanning.
does the thing. He just does the thing he's been doing since you guys got here.
Being a good orchestrator of our ship when we needed downtime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll recharge when you guys are safely back in space again.
Mm-hmm.
So you rest a while. You sleep the night, and when you go back outside to look around the following day, you don't really see that many animals around. And as you're pondering what to do next, you notice a small group of people approaching you.
Oh.
Okay,
Are they armed?
that's
One of
odd.
them,
That's
yeah. They don't have their weapons out, but you kind of immediately recognize their leader.
They're,
God, this guy again. Trying to finish what we
nope.
started.
Yav Yayar.
Oh.
Oh, these guys.
He's got a couple
He's got a couple new cronies today, huh?
He's got some cronies with him. He's actually got a pretty big group with him.
Back for more.
You know, he's got 2 Trandoshans and a Chiss with him.
Oh.
Oh.
They're like I said, their weapons aren't drawn. Like they don't look like they're planning on attacking you immediately.
Because if they did try to come and attack us, we literally are right next to our ship, and they'd be blown sky high.
Would be
Pretty much.
would be real fucked up if someone threw a grenade in the middle.
Why
There's
not? We
nobody
have,
watching.
6 left.
Here, do you want me to hold one of their jaws open for you?
Yeah, let's see if we can make it interesting. Yeah.
IT3 sees them approaching and kind of hides behind Shola.
Oh no, you got spooked the droid.
Well, I mean, they tried to steal him last time you
Mhm.
saw them. The leader just, his men stop like a little further back than him, and he kind of walks forward with holding his hands up. And he goes, "Greetings, friends."
Oh, we're
Friends.
friends now, are we?
I feel like I want to kill you.
Friend is a strong word.
Yeah.
Says, fair is fair. You beat us. You beat us here. Have you had any luck out here, though?
Oh, we found some odds and ends. Some interesting stuff around if you look closely.
He kind of notices the Nexu lying on the ground near your ship.
Oh, what? You mean the cybernetic corpse we pulled up? That would have been in storage right now.
Oh, you already... Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I wouldn't have left it outside. That would have been straight to storage, and I'm like, this is being preserved until we get back. They're going to want to see this, and I'm totally on purpose not telling them about the cybernetic Nexu because, they're in for some treats.
He says, if you found anything useful, we could work together to salvage it.
Work and together don't come together when it comes to what you did to us.
You realize they've got a couple speeders nearby that look like they have excavation equipment on them.
Oh.
I am so tempted. Every urge within me just to kill them and take their shit.
The dark side I sense in you.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Too.
The murder.
My
hobo,
dark side is showing. Totally my dark side points right now. I'm trying to fight it. Grow's better than this.
Trying to fight it as well.
So, as he's talking, can I use Force Sense to read his mind?
More force power.
Oh, yeah. More force powers. Away we go.
Well, you can tell he's definitely just trying to work out what's the best way for him to profit from the situation. He knows he lost pretty heavy-handedly on the wheel, and doesn't want a repeat of that situation. He lost a good chunk of his crew.
That being said, I can't wait to feed him to the kitty cats. I hope he doesn't have good hearing.
as you know, everybody's pondering what to do. Mundus kind of raises his eyebrow because he recognizes both of the Trandoshans as members of the Shark Scale clan, which are the ones that locked him and Grow up.
Oh,
are they? Ooh.
But you also realize that they're mercenaries, and Yav probably doesn't know anything about their dealings.
That's tempting to rat them out too. So many options. So many of them so evil.
I mean, you also don't know if he'll side with you if you decide you want
that's
to
the other
kill
thing
two
too,
of
is
his
he probably
hired
doesn't really care
guns.
as long as they do their work and don't backstab him, but the question is, will they not? You don't see it, but I'm twirling my mustache.
Surprise, Kevin's not really commenting at all.
He's just too stunned.
Yeah, I'm just listening to the crazy tellings of these people wanting to murder.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming Mundus told Grow that they're from the Dragon Scale clan, even though because Grow didn't recognize them at first because he didn't have dealings with them as long as you did before they backstabbed you.
And I probably wouldn't know the insignias or anything, but you probably would right off the top of your head.
No, I mean, I more or less let Grow know. It's just really the idea is I'm keeping my anger in check, because if I just go out, because here in my situation, if I try to go out, it's not going to end well, as much as I would like to. It's like right now I'm just wishing this other.
So here's my thought. I'm gonna kind of go I see you don't want to push anything, at least not right now. And you obviously have some of the equipment we actually have been kind of realizing we need. How about we show you where you could put that to good use?
He says, all right. I'm assuming you're going to lead him to where
I'm actually going to lead them over to there where we found the collapse stuff where we're having issues and where we got jumped by the tigers last time. And basically, we managed to get this far, and then it's we could cut through it, but there's a lot of trouble just kind of looking up at how everything's crushing down. So if you want to put it into there and start trying to drill up into there, that'd probably be a good place to start.
All right, so
that was easy.
I'm trying to be good and diplomatic, but I'm also not telling them about the dangerous, nasty, horrible things that will eat them alive.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that you could tell that the Trandoshans probably recognized you too, because they've kind of glared at you a couple times, but they're also,
they're also playing their cards to their chest right now.
They see the guy that hired them is playing nice with you, so they're not going to do anything stupid
that will piss off their boss and get them killed too. Yeah, we're playing it nice and friendly like. And by the way, the moment we're far enough from earshot, I just go to Mundus. Keep your friends close, your enemies closer.
I just gotta say, you just notice how I'm literally scratching on my hover chair very anxiously.
And it's Grow does come up to you and just goes to keep your enemies closer. And besides, I didn't tell them about the cybernetic kitty cats.
So
Pretext.
as they take.
So I'm
they
I'm,
start-
I'm I'm literally willing to let them be left alone and to start hammering away, making all of their noise by themselves. We can go search somewhere else and be a little more quiet.
So you see them. It takes them a while just to get the equipment unloaded off of the speeders, and they're heading over towards the ship, and then you kind of hear a loud splashing noise from the lake near the ship and a bunch of shouting.
Waiting for it.
And not them shouting. It's a very human voice.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
blink and look.
Yeah, you see you see three large creatures swimming towards the shore. Each has a prominent lizard-like head on a long upright neck around 3 meters tall. Their bodies are underwater, but each leaves a strong wake as it approaches. Each primitive... Why the fuck do they gotta use such weird words in these? There's a rider seated on each of them. With what appears to be a boat strapped onto the animals' backs. They appear to be humanoid as they approach the shore. Each creature bends its neck and appears to take a long drink of water. You see a human, 2 Aqualish, and some worn-out battle droids approaching.
Raise eyebrow. Very interesting.
And I mentioned battle droids, and keep in mind, this was a separatist ship.
Ooh.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which means now Beardy is now going to be eyeing up some certain targets in case anything bad goes wrong.
But and I do want to point out this encounter was intended to interrupt the fight if you actually fought your rivals, as the book referred to them.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say though, let's take a short bathroom break before we continue this.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Because we've kind of went for a while without taking a break.
Yeah, we are 2 hours in.
And I'm sticking to my chair. I could take a little more.
Oof. Humid as hell, yeah. It's actually been nice up here for a change.
This coming encounter is going to be the last part of the adventure for tonight. But we're going to take a short break.
Okay. BRB.
Smoke them if you got them.
Be right back.
Matter of fact, I'm going to go get some water. Go get some water and take a quick piss.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, B, don't get into trouble.
Hello.
Yeah.
Alright. To be honest, I didn't want to interrupt you guys because it's an important moment. But I was going to ask Ozzie if before they left, could read this guy's mind and the Chiss's mind.
Spooky.
I can do it when they get back. How many get back?
Alrighty.
Wait.
But
Did that makeshift bridge stay where I put it, or is it?
Assumably got wedged in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
Hello.
welcome back.
But I'm just going to point out that all three of those he has with them, I just added.
All right.
They weren't part of the adventure originally.
Uh-oh. So the Chiss is important.
Or she's just somebody that's stronger than most of his men because you guys whooped their ass last time.
Also very possible.
Well, that's what they get off for taking off a Wookiee.
I really wanted to throw a grenade into the middle of them, just so you know.
Oh, dude, I was so ready to tell Usher 1 to just open fire on them.
Oh yeah, on our comms, we could have been like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
yeah.
Roger 1 has been watching them very carefully too, because they are not considered to be considered allies right now still.
no.
And I was just like, I'm so want to tell Roger 1 to open fire, and then I'll open fire, and then Beard can throw a grenade, and just everything goes up in a giant plume of explosions.
Yep, there would be nothing left.
I just wanted it to be 10 o'clock already so we can turn the AC back on.
Yeah, it's pretty hot over here too.
Yeah, I'm amazed how
my-
nice it is up here right now, but then again, I think it's because downstairs it's actually been staying warm enough that the air's actually been properly filtering up here.
Yeah, I got my air conditioner on right now. Actually,
We never turn it off, but yeah, it's kept at the same level as far as I'm aware all the time. So I don't know.
We
I
always-
actually think it's weird that the AC is going on right now. And it's really nice, but like outside, it's like 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
we always.
Oh yeah, it's
we
getting
always,
nasty next week for us in particular.
We always turn it off around 6 to 10 o'clock. It's to help lessen the bills.
Yeah, actually, the better plan would be to like turn on the high blast overnight so that everything could cool down really well, and then you can just make sure the house stays closed up as much as possible during the day.
Oh, trust me, the house is closed up, but it just gets freaking hot in here.
That's true of any place, but that's generally the gist of the idea, though, is to cool it down when it'll actually be able to hold it.
If anything, it always seems to get worse in the bedrooms.
Mhm.
The living room and kitchen don't seem to have that problem.
Probably because that's where most of the vents are,
Hell,
and
even
also
the
or
bathroom-
maybe the windows are better.
Hell, even the bathrooms are a lot cooler than the bedroom.
Is everybody back?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Beer here?
Yeah, because I said I wanted to throw a grenade.
yeah,
at
oh, right. Yeah.
okay, so we're all here. So
Okay, we're all
yeah,
here.
yeah, we're all here.
Okay, I'm gonna start reading the introduction. Yeah, that's the guy that's coming off at the thing, but kind of spoilered the part of the part I'm about to read. But
okay.
when the creatures arrive on the shoreline, they walk out of the water towards you. Their boats remaining attached to their backs, like saddles. One carries an older-looking human male, while the other two each carry an Akalash and a trio of heavily modified, worn-out battle droids. The droids have their weapons drawn and additional tubes slung across its backs, but the human waves them off, indicating that they lower their guns. The human has weathered dark skin and has visible scars across his bald head. He wears a battered Clone Wars era blast vest and carries an old, heavy blaster. Before he can speak, a familiar droid's voice comes from behind you. Captain Harsol, sir! I'm glad to see you're still alive. You have no idea how long I've waited to find you again. Silly me, but of course you do. As ordered, I have all the the pertinent plans and distribution deals committed to memory. I'm happy to report that I've made great strides in developing your plans with Ropuk, even if they have taken a more generational time frame than we expected. Obviously, it's the protocol droid talking to him.
I was about to say, I assume that's the new protocol droid and not Roger 1.
Yeah, Roger has no... Roger knows who this guy is because he served under the Separatists, and Harsel served directly under Grievous for a while. So Roger knows who he is, but he doesn't know him directly.
Yeah.
Right.
So wait, the protocol droid has plans for this guy, even though the protocol droid was here to help us loot the place?
Well, you kind of piecing together that even though the protocol droid was supposedly property of the guy that sent you here, he must have originally belonged to Captain Harsel.
Mm-hmm.
There's the spy.
Yeah, Captain Harsel looks at IT3 and laughs. I knew you were clever, IT, but well done. He turns to the rest of you, eyeing you suspiciously. Well, you've got my old droid. Never expected to see that irritatingly resourceful thing again. Now, what the criff are you, and where's Ropuk? And you realize you don't know. You don't know who Ropuk is. But IT, to try and clear things up, looks at Gro and says, Ropuk was Rium's father, Rium being the man that hired you. They were supposed to have a business arrangement with Captain Harsel to start their company, but when the ship went down, that obviously fell apart. And Ropuk died.
Mm-hmm. Kind of figured he probably would have by now. Especially if his son's the one in charge of the business.
Yeah, more or less, Rium doesn't really know what their original plan was, because they never listen to IT because he's a protocol droid, and they're just like, shut up, droid.
Sounds about right.
I have a strange idea, but that's wonderful, all, but I should warn you, there's some salvagers in there trying to steal everything from the ship.
No, that Yev and his crew are still here. They didn't get all the way in the ship.
They were starting to bring stuff into it. They haven't gotten all the way in yet.
Yeah,
so rewind that.
Their equipment sitting in front of the entrance, which looks really bad. But
that's kind of my point.
But
maybe
you also realize that trying to lie to him like that when you're here too, obviously up to something, like.
Yeah, it's still not gonna make us look any better because we're also here.
Oh. We brought the droid.
Yeah, but keep in mind the droid could tell him if you're lying.
That's also the thing. The droid is no longer officially fully on our side. He's now part of the third party at this point. I consider it.
Yep.
The second party is those assholes over there, and I'm still keeping a close eye on them. But now there's this new set of assholes, and they're on nobody's side.
I was just thinking maybe these two problems can cancel each other out.
Like Yayar is kind of standing here too, and just not. He just kind of looks like he's waiting to see what you're gonna say, because Harsel's talking directly to you guys.
Well, we're pretty much here because I'll mention the droid as well as the. Who was the guy that sent us again? I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Rium, son of Ropa.
Rium's son Ropa also sent us with the droid to try and find your ship, see if there's any information we can come back with, and apparently we found you now?
So
that's basically the long and the short of it at this point.
He kind of looks you over and let's see. Oh man, none of you have any skills in charm, do you?
I may do.
I'm a Wookiee. I can smile real nice.
I've got real nice teeth.
Look at my pearly whites.
Charm.
gonna
Yes,
show
I do have a. Oh
If
wait,
anybody
that's
shows
right.
if anybody shows their pearly whites, it's gonna be me.
Okay, here's the thing. I have one in presence. No,
I have 2 in
and one
presence.
in charm.
So you have a yellow. I have 2 greens.
I have a yellow. What's the difficulty?
I gotta, because it's against his cool score. I gotta check what that is.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
He's a leader. He's a leader character, so he's probably got pretty high rating. Oh
Please
boy.
be low. Please be low.
Four
Please.
purples.
Oh dear.
gosh.
Please roll shit. Please roll shit, purples. Please roll shit.
This ain't gonna end well.
Yeah, like I don't think a lot of us have anything we could throw into this other than what we've got is the base stats.
Yep.
Ooh!
What?
Gotta be kidding
That
me.
Wookiee charm.
That charming Wookiee.
I'm doing a little happy
just-
dance. You can't see it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's doing.
Yeah,
He's
because
just,
Grow is kind of acting as the leader, so I'm gonna assume that Shola said something that probably pissed him off, but Grow calmed him down after. He just kind of goes, he seems agitated because obviously they've been hiding here for a while, like a long time. He goes, so he says, he looks at you and says, none of you are working for the Empire, right?
Not directly,
No.
no.
Nope.
Haven't taken anything from them in a while.
He kind of raises his eyebrow and says, what do you mean in a while?
Once in a while we'll do a bounty, but haven't had anything from them in like mention how many cycles it's been in game like 2-3 months. Haven't heard anything from them in a while.
He kind of relaxes when he hears you mention a bounty. He goes, "Yeah, we made that makes sense. We made a lot of use out of bounty hunters in the Separatist army as well." He kind of looks at Yair's group and he goes, "What about them?"
Those guys, how to put this diplomatically?
You're here to sell your shit. I'm just kidding.
Again, I'm being the charming Wookiee right now. Look at my teeth.
Slashing those big hairy lashes.
I'm a nice, friendly, furry guy. You don't want to hurt me. They apparently were easing in on the same information, though not officially. They apparently must have followed us and are willing to help out with the ship, or at least exploring it, but that's about as best as we know about them at the moment.
So they're scavengers seeking treasure.
Blinks thinks about for most likely.
He tells one of the Aqualish with him to keep an eye on you guys while he walks over to Yav's group with his droids and the other goon.
Let's see if they can play friendly too.
you can't really make out what they're saying, but they're talking for a bit, and then
I'm gonna read Yaya's mind.
he's trying to keep he's trying to make friendly with Harsel because he realizes who he is.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, Harsel makes a comment about the Chiss being servants of the Empire, and he starts getting loud and angry, and it seems like things are gonna get gonna tip over, but Yair just turns and Yeah. Shoots the Chiss girl in the head.
Well,
Oh,
What?
Oh.
okay.
Now we can take him.
I didn't.
Harsol seems satisfied, and he walks back over towards you with Yev's group with him.
what? Why?
I did not.
Because he didn't believe that she wasn't working for the Empire.
She was
Oh.
a snooper. I see.
Whether it was true or just him being paranoid, she's dead.
She did.
That's fine. That's fine.
Their
That's
brain, the brains are all over the mud.
He
and possibly going to be eventually in some beast's belly.
Probably.
he comes back. He explains that they've been hiding here since the end of the war to escape notice from the Empire. If you two groups want to follow him back to their settlement, we can discuss what to do there.
I can understand wanting to stay away from Empire entanglements as much as possible. Sure.
All right, so this is where we're going to end it for the night, basically.
Okay.
This
You
is taking
guys
a
are
turn
gonna-
to the interesting.
Yeah.
You guys are
Yeah,
going to
very
be going
interesting.
to the their
I'd be
settlement
dipping
next
back.
week.
Look at my teeth.
I would like to. I would
Guys,
laugh.
guys had to leave it right here. Kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I would laugh if Grau goes, you know what else? I think that Rodian was working for the Empire and shoots Rodian. Maybe that Transocean was working for the Empire. No. I think it was that other Rodian.
Just keep killing off.
No, don't take all the.
Just pull out a little notebook and go. Look what I found, and it's a picture of the end of an Empire symbol. I found it on them.
Basically, what happened is he wouldn't believe she wasn't working for the Empire, so Yav just shot her in the head and said, "Problem solved."
So
There we go.
So she really was innocent.
You don't know.
Don't know.
Nobody really knows.
Don't know.
Shola didn't read her mind before she got her
I
brains.
was
blown
gonna
out.
say that, but it was to do that. But the problem was it was kind of gross in Mundus' moment because there's two Transoceans they know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do.
And
That's
we're
why.
still
That's why.
watching them.
That's why I'm actually kind of feeling bad for her.
Because nobody's ever really gonna know the truth because she was just some mercenary. You don't.
Whoops.
It's... Oh well.
Let's. I'm gonna skip ahead in the book to look up the experience for the stuff that's happened so far. Rather than saving it all for next time, I can look up the stuff you're supposed to be rewarded for that you already did.
Ooh.
Let's see here.
But anyways, as you're calculating that, I'm actually going to say really quick that this is a good point to end the stream. So we'll catch you all next time.
Bye.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.